Welcome everyone! Lovely to see you again today for another Chen style Tai Chi class. Today we are going to look at part 1 of the Lao Jia Yi Lu form. And recently I've been doing quite a lot of parts 3 and 4 with my various groups, and even looking at part 2, which, as we know, is the same as part 4 except for the last section, the kicking section, but we have not been paying hardly any attention to part 1, and it really is rather like spinning plates as far as I'm concerned when we're doing the form. If you leave any section for any length of time, the plates start to go a bit wobbly and lose their finesse. So let's focus today on part 1 of the Chen style Lao Jia Yi Lu. So let's take right hand and fist, please, left hand straight, pull back the thumb, feet together, hands together, and we salute. Very good. So let's just begin with a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to take a gentle bounce in the legs, or in the center if you like, and gently swinging the arms in and out. So do you see the way I'm not violently moving my legs? It's very gentle. Today I feel like being a bit gentle. I'm recovering from a cold. You can maybe hear it in my voice. So no need to ever force your system to do anything more than, it's not forcing. We just want to work within our comfortable range. Good, okay. So now we're going to do a dolphin slap. So we swing up and down. This is a Qi Gong set in itself, and I can't remember what it's called. This is the problem when we're dealing with learning something from another culture and another language. Sometimes the names just go over the head. I learned a fair amount, but didn't learn this one. Learned the movements, not the names. Good. This is called the dolphin slap, by the way, this movement, because it's like a tail smacking the water. Good. And now we're going to swing the arms forwards and back with our little bounce, gently feeling into the structures of the body as you move. Good. This would be a very good warm-up for winter time, because it just moves the body, gets the energy pumping, but it's a nice free flowing movement for any time. Good. Okay, and let's go to the sides. Open the toes as we turn and breathe. Lovely, and we come back to center, and we're going to do the butterfly. We come over, gentle swings. You can pump it up a little bit, ramp it up if you like. See how your body responds. And let's go backwards. Open and close your chest. Keep good posture. Good, let's try the front crawl, turning the waist. I don't know why, but this really lends itself to swimming analogies. I suppose because swimming, like Tai Chi, you're moving in circles. Good. And let's do the back crawl, the back stroke. Good. And you can actually look behind, so it's not quite the back stroke. You look and then you cut. Keeping those knees pointing forwards, turning in the waist. Lovely, back to center, and let's do our little circle of the shoulders. And breathe. Good. Recently I recorded a relaxation, just a standalone relaxation. I might share it with the group. We were talking about unexpected insomnia before the class started. And sometimes, if something out of the normal happens to our evening regime, it can knock the sleep patterns off. It can just, it's disturbing. So relaxations can be very useful. I find that if you're lying in bed and you just can't sleep and you're really wide awake, sometimes just continuing to lie in bed in that state can be more distressing than actually getting up and doing something gentle for a little bit and then going back to bed. Let's change direction. So something that you could do is a guided relaxation. That would be a possibility. I think though it would be nicer maybe to do your guided relaxation during the day or the evening before you go to bed. But in those circumstances where something has you disturbed and you just can't get yourself off to sleep or get back to sleep, then it's a possibility. Going through the motions of switching on your technology and everything else in order to get that relaxation, yeah, I'm not so sure if it's great. But if you do enough of it, if you took that relaxation that I will share with the group, you can do it every day, and you'll get to the stage you can do it without me, that you'll learn the ropes, so to speak, and then you can actually do it lying in bed. You can guide yourself through the relaxation. And anyway, even if you're not dropping straight off to sleep, it will distract you from the annoyance of not being able to sleep. So there are various aspects to insomnia, to wakefulness, and one of them is the sheer annoyance and upset caused. And we can certainly get rid of that, if not getting you back to sleep. But often it will just get you back to sleep. Can we have a little shake out, please? And let's lengthen up through the top of the head. Breathe in, over to one side, little shake. Release, release, release. Keep breathing. So I'm shaking and twisting, and I'm deliberately creating a chaotic movement so that my muscles will release. Let's lengthen up. And over to the other side. And again, a little shake and a little twist. Breathe. Lovely. Let's lengthen up. And relax down into center. Let's take the weight into one foot. And I'm just touching the balls of the foot to the floor and giving a little twist and a little shake. And letting everything just wobble in the same way. Letting the soft tissues release and wobble. Good. And shake out. And on the other side. Now, if you have an injury, we were talking about this before class, you might feel the urge to try and protect the area. Rather than trying to protect it by adding tension, just reduce the size of the movement, make it very soft and very gentle. And I want you to think of the injury or the issue melting with a little bit of movement. So think of it like butter, releasing and melting. If we do get injuries, we get the initial injury, which is never nice, but then the body goes into a kind of hypersensitivity, shaking out please. So everything's trying to protect. The whole body, its sole purpose is to protect and support you. So it can be very vigilant. We go protect, protect, protect. But actually these extra attempts of our bodies to protect the injury often are counteractive to our best interests, because it's adding tension, which reduces the flow of energy. Remember that we are energy. Our life force, the thing that is us, is the living part. That our tissues are a vehicle, they're living tissues, but they're a vehicle for that life force. So in their attempt to protect us, they're actually reducing the life force that's getting into the living tissue. And therefore it can't heal so easily, and it can't be fed the nutrients that it needs, and it can't get rid of the waste products that it's producing through life. when there's restriction. So when you are injured, we need to relax, 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 and use the structures gently, and that will allow the energy to flow. The life force flows through the structures and heals the structures as it does. So let's shake out, please. So it is a mistake when we are injured to try to protect an area by not using it, because that in effect is reducing the life force to it, and all of the structures then start to wither away. So we want active recovery. It does not mean ignore the problem and keep going regardless. We do need to be sensitive to the problem, but we go gently, we move gently and mindfully and let go through the structures of our body with each experience, with each movement, and that can make a world of difference. Standing practice is vital for recovery if you want to get a good recovery quickly, because it is eliminating all of these factors that the body is trying to shield you from by unexpected movement. Oh, we'd better tense. With standing practice, there's no movement, so you can work on letting go, letting go, letting go, and placing yourself in your best alignment possible so that energy can flow effortlessly, structure is sound and can rebuild properly and well. So standing practice is our friend when we are injured, and at any stage it will help our Tai Chi and our health improve. Let us do just a couple of minutes, folks, of standing. So feet together, please. We lengthen up. Chin slightly down and back. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, I want you to sigh. Sigh the tension away. It is like a wave of release that flows down through the body, legs, feet, into the floor. Again, please, deep breath. And sigh. Sigh the tension away. Good. One more time, but this time I want the sigh, please, to be internal. Ready? Deep breath. And very good. Very healing in itself. Let's calm down for a moment and listen behind. Lengthening the fingers down, release belly, release in the hips, release through the knees, release through the lower legs, ankles and feet. Fill your right foot, empty your left. Keep the 4-point coverage on your foot as you peel your left foot away. Step open and shift into center. Now, the most important part of any practice is the setup. So let's look and check, make sure the feet are level, symmetrical and shoulder width. Good, then we check posture again. We lengthen up, the chin slightly down and back. I want you to think of being suspended by a thread, and you are releasing and relaxing down through each of your structures, all the way into the feet and into the floor. If you have 4-point coverage on your feet, if the weight is even across the feet, and if you're keeping the top of the head floating up, you're putting your system into the best alignment possible so that the body can build strength and you can relax into that good posture and heal whatever is going on. The body is the thing that heals itself. The life force heals the body. So let's float the hands forwards, please. Find for a connection between the hands and float the hands up. Very good. Just listen into the body. feel whatever is going on and let go into it. If there is an area with an issue, yes, you can feel into it, you can let go into it, but I want you to check the sensations, the behavior of all of the structures around that area. So feel into your hips. If you have a knee issue, feel into your hips. Breathe into your hips, let go into your hips. If there is an issue in the hips, there is likely an issue in the shoulders. So feel into the hips, feel into the shoulders. Check that they are in line and that they are relaxed. Again, say if there was a knee issue, then we'd want to check on the ankles. Make sure that the ankles are relaxed. You're releasing through the lower legs and into the feet. Check your weight distribution across your feet. If it's off, rather than using your leg muscles to fix it, use your center. So you can very gently roll your center. Think of it almost like a marble or a pointer. You're rolling it round into the four corners of the hips. It doesn't even have to be a physical movement, but just feeling into the four corners of the hips, you'll feel your weight shift, and you can calibrate the weight across your feet. Wait until you feel you've got it even and a better spread, and then you can return to your center. So if there is an issue, yes, by all means, release, relax into it, check the alignment of that body part, but check the alignment of everything around it and make sure that everything is releasing. This is your opportunity to keep letting go with each breath. Let go of tension. Letting go of tension, yes, it's relaxing, but it also helps the structures come into better alignment. Where there is tension, we are pulled out of alignment. Just like a beautifully flat sheet across a bed, if you pinch and twist one area, the entire sheet is influenced. So if there is an issue in one area of the body, the entire body will be affected. So we can help to straighten out the entire body, and that will draw out the issue in the area in question. It's all connected. Very good. All right, let's relax the arms down. I've been chatting away, but I'd like you to practice every day, if you can, in silence, so that you can really feel, listen, and let go through your body. Good, we're going to fill the right foot, empty the left, keep good posture, keep those hips level, and close. Good, recover, and a heel tap. It's something I know myself. I need to be getting back into standing practice. Unfortunately, every time I get a nasty bug, it knocks me out of my training for standing practice. And it's the one thing that I need. It's like having someone who's malnourished. And whenever they get badly malnourished, they can't eat. That's the kind of catch-22 of it. Standing practice is the best medicine. It really is. It's incredible, useful work because it's giving our system the best position and the best environment for the life force, that part of you that is alive, to flow through the structures and heal the structures. I don't want to bang on about this, but actually there is nothing else in this world that heals your body. Nothing. It's only your life force that does it. The life force is the thing that brings about well-being and health within the body. Any medicine that any doctor gives you is just a tool that nudges, that requests the life force, that encourages the life force to heal the body. The body heals itself. As I say, the life force heals the body. It's not medicine that does the healing. The medicine is like a request. It is a stimulus for our body to heal. Medicine works. Often it works very well indeed. Herbal medicine, Western medicine, it works. But it works by giving it a nudge. It's like putting in a computer program. But the computer has to have electricity in order to play out the program. So it is important that we nourish and give our life force every opportunity to heal. So Tai Chi and Qi Gong are preventative medicine as well as healing, because they are optimizing our life force and therefore we don't get sick. And optimizing our life force, so if we do get sick, it's much easier to get better. Much better to look after yourself in the first place than just wait for illness to come and then try to sort it out. So let's make an effort, do our standing practice, do our Tai Chi, because you are helping it. You're helping your system to help itself. So much better than just going to a doctor and saying, heal me, because they'll do their best. But actually they're working with the life force in you. And if it's kind of a little flame, it's much harder for them to fan the flames and get it going than if we've fortified ourselves. So yeah, that's our lecture for today. Sorry. I'm passionate about this. It is important to look after ourselves as best we can, and Tai Chi is a great way to do it. Qi Gong, great way. Do your standing practice, and I will do the same. Good. Okay, Lao Jia Yi Lu, part 1, please. So we come over to the right-hand side. Let's lengthen up, please, through the top of the head, the chin slightly down and back. We'll do this a few times. We'll maybe manage 3 times through just part 1. Deep breath and sigh the tension away. And again. Ready. And filling the back, filling the hands, relax to center. Well done, and rest. Take a breath. Very good. So, good Tai Chi has really not a lot to do with how many steps you're practicing. It has to do with the quality of what you're doing. So the steps are really a vehicle for your good alignment to flow in movement. So it would be easy to think, well, if I do an entire form, that's better than if I just do a section. But actually doing a section well, more mindfully, with more accuracy, with more alignment, the better. And the one thing that is a complete game changer, again, is standing practice, because it will teach the body how to be in alignment. And as we move, it'll be like a jelly on a plate that the longer you've put the jelly, you've left the jelly in the mold, the more structurally sound the jelly will be. So when you wobble it, yes, it'll move around, but it will remember its structure. It will have a kind of elastic but defined shape. And that's what we're looking for. So I've not, as I say, I've not been doing a lot of standing practice, hardly at all, recently. And so I feel that my body memory, the shape memory, like that jelly, is really quite weak. And so I'm putting a lot of energy into just keeping my structure good. Whereas when we do standing practice, that's all sorted out and we can focus more on the choreography and just be aware of the structure behaving itself rather than trying to hold it in position. So it's something definitely to be aware of. Cheers, I'm going to have a wee drink here. Today I'm on what was hot water and cinnamon. Very good for the sugar metabolism, cinnamon. Okay, so another wee nugget, I'm sure it's obvious to you, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're working with an injury, you're better to work slowly. So Tai Chi is, you know, it's very easy to use Tai Chi slowly because it's designed to be practiced slowly. I would encourage you to slow down your normal speed even a little bit more, because it gives you every option, again, to be very mindful, to be very deliberate, and to be deliberately letting go through your structures with every stage. So not using it as an opportunity to go, oh, okay, careful, because that's going to hurt, but rather place it, relax through it carefully. You're being careful, but you're letting go through each movement, and that will bring relief straight away. So let's do it again. We're going to continue to do it quite slowly, and I would like you to pay attention to each structure, to each position, and make sure that you are letting go through the structures. Often I think people think that if you let go, you'll collapse. Not so. If your intention is to remain upright, you will remain upright and you will just have a nice relaxed position. Only if you if you allow yourself, or if you tell yourself to go down, yes, you'll go down. But as long as your intention is to keep the top of the head light and to maintain the position, there is no amount of release that you can't do and stay upright. You can just let go infinitely, and all you will do is be letting go of tension, not fall down. So excuse me, I'll blow my nose and we'll go again. Good. Okay, so round two, please. Nice and steady, a little bit slow, but feel, check, and let go into each moment. Ready? And begin. Pose. Beautiful. Well done. Okay, so that's our second round. Before we go into our third and possibly final round of part one, I wanted to check with you, are there any questions? Is there anything in there that you want clarified or you can't see? Maybe often with the back view you can't see hands or anything like that. Of course, I'm sharing the class with old hats at this. No? All happy? All happy. Good, good, good. All right. Well, if that's the case, then is that a thumbs up as well? Yeah. All right. So let's have another look. And this time, having gone through it twice, that was like your dress rehearsals. This time we can go a little bit faster. I mean, you can pick your speed at any stage with your Tai Chi. And remember that Tai Chi is not speed. There's no speed limit on either end of the scale. So often people think that Tai Chi must be done slowly. No, it doesn't have a speed limit at all. So it could be done very, very fast indeed. But again, if you are working with injury, I would not recommend going absolutely, full out speed-wise, because we tend to start to lose control. It's a bit like if you have a fast car. You don't just want to have speed, you want to have the ability to control the car. That quite often, you could go really fast, but then you find that it's not as responsive. And that is an issue. So the speed is really determined by your accuracy and ability to execute the movements fully and correctly at whatever speed you're going. So if you are a dyed-in-the-wool practitioner that you practice every day, and you can do it really well slowly, then let rip. Just go for it. See how fast you can go. But as soon as you start to compromise the quality of the material for the speed, then you're losing out. So it can only go as fast as you can actually complete each movement correctly and well to the best of your ability. Otherwise, you're sacrificing the very thing you're doing to try and go faster. That doesn't work. But having said that, we went slowly so that we could mindfully and gently release. That has taught the body how to do it a little bit. Every pass is another layer of understanding and depth. So it's fresh in our bodies and how to do it well. So now we can go just a little bit quicker. And the idea behind this is that we allow ourselves to flow. Think of if you were to melt metal so that it became liquid. If you melt it, but it's only just become liquid, it will move quite slowly. But if you melt it a wee bit more, it will roll like water. It'll flow very, very easily. So we have melted it a bit now. We're heating it up a wee bit more. Now we can let it flow. So that's what we want. We want to, that's what Tai Chi is. It's moving meditation. We want to flow in it. So keep letting go, keep relaxing, allow yourself, trust yourself to go through the movements effortlessly and joyfully, because that helps the energy flow if you relax and enjoy yourself. Let's give it a go, please. Part one, a little bit quicker. So, come to about here. All right. Let's prepare. And sigh the tension away. Ready, start. Very good. And rest. Well done. Okay. So yes, we were looking at Lao Jia Yi Lu Part 1 today with regards to working with an injury. And if you have been training in martial arts for any length of time, inevitably injuries happen. If not from form, then if you're doing any combat training, if you're doing any contact work, it's a whole other ball game, because you're not just working on your own system, you're interacting with others, and injuries do occur. And just in life in general, even if you do everything right, you know, you might slip or fall, or something hits you, or you're in a car accident, or whatever it may be. These things happen. So it is very useful to know how to train through an injury. It is not an option for the most part, unless you're in a full body cast, to just stop training every time something niggles or something is painful. But it is important that we know how to sensibly and in a way that's actually going to aid recovery rather than hinder recovery. We have to know how to address it. So mindfulness is key. Listening, feeling, and letting go. Please never just dose yourself full of painkillers and get on with it, because you're killing the messenger. Pain is the thing telling you something isn't right, and so you can actually work with your pain to heal yourself by getting better alignment. Say, oh, that hurts, but what if I do this? Oh, that's better. There, you've learned. So pain is actually an antagonistic friend. It is there to guide you towards your better outcome. So we can use it as such. Of course, sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, and it's no problem to numb it. But if you are numbing pain, numb it when you are resting, so that you are not exacerbating an issue by working away because it feels better. No, we want to feel, listen, and let go through our movements at all times. But even if you're not in pain, it is a very useful method to work slowly, to do plenty of standing practice so that you have best alignment and relaxation, to work slowly so that you can feel, listen, and guide your system into your best alignment at all times. And finally, then, once you have done your slower, more methodical, more intricately conscious movement, then you can speed up and enjoy the flow. So you can speed up by increments if you want, and you will notice that things move a lot easier. This way you're kind of warming up as you go as well. There is a danger of going too slowly and that you feel stagnant. So, you know, it shouldn't be half an hour to get from one position to another. That could be a very good training as well, but it is a question of consciously letting go. And that becomes more like standing practice in increments, which is fine too. But a little bit of movement aids the flow of energy. Remember, flow of energy means that stagnation is carried away and fresh nutrients and fresh opportunities for healing are brought to the entire system. So I hope very much that you have enjoyed your practice today. Let's do just a couple of seconds of warming down. Again, bending the knees, relax, turning in your center. Breathe. Breathing is also key. If we're in a state of stress, we tend to hold our breath. But if we hold our breath, we are withholding the very nutrients that the body needs to function well. So breathe. Keep breathing. Let your breath be your good medicine. Shaking out a little heel tap. 100 ailments go away. Very good. And stand, please. Listen to the life force fluttering through your system. This is you. This is the part of you that is alive and vibrant. Isn't that beautiful? Let's gather up that life force and return it to the reservoir in your dantian. Hug your elbows in, breathe. and relax down into your center. Feel to a single point of bright light in the very center of your belly. Feel your energy is stronger. Beautiful, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today and working so hard. I hope you have enjoyed your class. Hope you've got something new out of it. Just every repetition, we look at it with fresh eyes, beginner's mind, and you will always continue to develop. Thank you so much and look forward to seeing you next time.